In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a mug, 3D mug like this using Blender software, which is a 3D modeling software. So we're going to do some 3D modeling and we're going to create this mug. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to open up Blender. Okay, this is the 3D modeling software that I will be using to create my 3D mug. Okay, Blender is a free software. This is version 2.71 and you can download it free from the Blender website. Okay, first thing we're going to do is press delete and I'm going to click OK and I'm going to remove that square, the cube. Once you've done that, you're going to go to add mesh cylinder. Okay, what you can do in Blender, you can scroll forward and backwards to have a closer look. Once I've done that, I'm going to make sure that this is triangle fan is selected. Okay, it'll probably be on N-gon initially, but you need to change that to triangle fan. Then I'm going to push tab to go into edit mode, or what you can do is go here, press edit mode. Okay, I'm going to right click the center over here and then I'm push delete and I'm going to delete the vertices. Okay, now that the vertices is selected, deleted. Okay, now if you look at it, to do this, you click on the middle mouse button. So you got left click, right click, and you got the middle mouse click. So you're going to click on that and then you can see the top part is taken off. Okay, what you're going to do now is go to camera and you're going to change to front view so you can see the front of that, and you're going to change to orthographic view. Okay, also what you're going to do is select and you're going to go to wireframe so you can just see the wireframe. Okay, now that you're in this mode, you're going to press Control and R, that's R for Romeo, and then you're going to add a few more vertices. You're going to scroll up 1, 2, 3 so that you got 4 of these. Then you're going to press left click twice. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to press A to unselect all, B, okay, border select. You're going to press right click and you're going to highlight this top row. Okay, so the only thing that should be highlighted is the top line. Then what you're going to do is grab the x-axis and you're going to go down about halfway through. Okay, once you've done that, press S to scale. And what you're going to do is scale it in a bit. So there you go, you got the top part of your mug, scale that in a bit. That should be fine. Okay, what you're going to do now is A to deselect. Then you're going to press B, border select, and you're going to highlight this middle section here. Once you've done that, press S for scale and just pull that out a little. Then press A once again to unselect. Then press B once again and select this bottom part and press S for scale and just scale that in a bit. So this is what your mug looks like now. Okay, so what we're going to do is now press Shift and the middle mouse button. Okay, so press Shift and middle mouse button to move that across to your right. What you're going to do is left click in this region here. What this will do is create an origin point. So as you can see, there's an origin point there now. You're going to go back to object mode. And what you're going to do is you're going to add curve and path. So now what you're going to be doing is you're going to create the handle for your mug. Once you've done that, go back to edit mode. Right click on, as you can see now, you'll see 5 different points on this path. You're going to click on the first one, then you're going to press G, and then you're going to move this close to the mug. The first point, you can do the same thing with the last point, right click it, press G, move it across somewhere here. Notice that the start of the handle and the end of the handle are in between these two vertices. So these two lines, first line and second line, it's between them. And it's between those two lines there. And it's very important that you make sure the handle is in between those lines. You'll find that out later on why. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to keep doing that for all of them. Right click, press G, move that across there. Same again, G, move it across. And the final point, G, move. Okay, so now as you can see, if you put them all in the right location, you've got a handle. If you go through edit mode and object mode, you can see the curve. So you might want to like shift a few bits here and there. So what I'm going to do is click on this one, move it down a little. Let me check it now. Yep, I'm happy with that curve. Okay, once you've got the curve that you desire, you're going to do is once again go back to object mode. Then you're going to go to add curve circle. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to press S to scale and then do 0 or 0.2. Enter. So what that does is reduces that to 20% of its original size. Okay, this circle now, as you can see, if you scroll across, is basically what's going to make the handle like a normal handle. Okay, so we're going to go back to our front view again. This time what we're going to do is right click on the handle to select it. We're going to go over here to this panel. Okay, if you can't see all the objects in there, what you can do is make it wider. You're going to go to the object data, and over here where it says bezel object, we're going to select bezel circle. Now what you'll notice is that your handle is now actually a handle and it looks more roundish, like a handle should be. Okay, so now that that's a circle, what you're going to do is you're going to select the circle. Now whatever you do to the circle, it will change this handle over here. So what we're going to do is change this preview to 1 and the render U to 1. Okay, if you notice now the circle is turned into a square, and also your handle, the edges or the ends of the handle are now a square as well. Okay, so now that you've done that, what you're going to do is we're going to do the inside of the mug. Okay, we're going to right click to select this mug. Okay, we're going to go to edit mode. Okay, B for border select, highlight the top circle. We're going to press E to extrude. We're going to press enter straight away. We're not going to move it, we're just going to push enter. Okay, then what we're going to do is, if you look at it from this angle, what we're going to do is move that in slightly. So we're going to press S to scale. Okay, we're going to go in slightly, not too much, go in slightly. Okay, so enter. Let's go back to front view. Now what we're going to do is move it down. So press E to extrude. Okay, if you notice now, if you press E to extrude, this shakes about, goes left and right, so you can actually get in incorrectly. So what you're going to do is move it down on the Z axis. So we'll press Z. Okay, so now if you go left and right, as you can see, it won't move. Okay, we're going to go to this first line, vertice, click right click, then press S to scale, and move it out so it's in line with all the other vertices. You can do the same thing again, press E for extrude, Z on the Z axis, scroll to the next line of vertices, horizontal vertices, press enter, press S to scale, once again, bring it out, once again press E to extrude, Z, move down. Okay, you don't want to do anything at this stage because it's in line, so you just press enter, then press E for extrude again, Z, press S to scale. This time I'm going to scale inwards, and press E to extrude one last time, bring that down, and press S to scale and scale that inwards. So that's the inside of a mug done now. Okay, so as you can see, that's what your mug looks like. Now what you're going to do is, okay, we don't need this circle anymore, so what we're going to do is right click that. Actually, we're going to go back to object mode, and right click this circle here. Actually, firstly what we're going to do is click on the handle, and we're going to convert it into a mesh. So press Alt and C, that's the ALT key next to your spacebar button, and C for Charlie. Then we're going to go mesh from curve. Okay, so now right click on the circle, delete it, we don't need it anymore. Okay, what we're going to do is now go to top view, and I'm going to right click on this handle, and we're going to try moving as closer. We don't want to touch it, we just want to move it as close as possible to the mug. Okay, once we've done that, let's go back to front view. Now we're going to go back into, while we're still in object mode, we're going to right click on the handle and right click on the mug. Okay, and then we're going to join them together. So Control and J, that's J for Juliet. Now they're both the same color, they're both joined together now. So if you move one, you'll move both, as you can see. Okay, we're going to go back to front view now. We're going to go into edit mode, and we're going to change the wireframe to solid mode. Okay, so now we can see this in solid mode. Okay, what we're going to do now is join the handle to the actual mug. To do that, we're going to click over here and we're going to click on face select. Okay, I'm going to right click this one, press delete and delete faces. We'll do the same thing with the one next to it, delete faces, and do that second bottom one as well. So delete faces, and the one on this side, delete faces. Okay, remember earlier I said when you do your handle, make sure it's in between those two vertices. This is the reason why, because that's where you're going to be joining the handle together. So what I'm going to do now is go back to vertices. We were on face select. We want to go back to edge select. Okay, and what we're going to do is right on this edge here, right click it, right click this edge here, and this edge here. Okay, once you've done that, press F for foxtrot, and what that do is add a face. Do the same thing again for this side. Right click, right click, right click, and once that's highlighted, press F to add a face, and do the same thing here. F, hold down shift, press F there, press F, so that's now connected. Once again, right click, two edges, press F. Okay, and do the same thing for the bottom one. So select, and select. Okay, once you've selected them, what we're going to do, we're going to push F to add the face. So select this one. I'm just going to pause it for a bit while I do all these faces. Okay, now that you've selected all your face, if you can see now that it's now joined to the handle, what we're going to do is go back to object mode now. Okay, so now obviously it's not looking smooth, so we're going to click on smooth. And then what we're going to do is go to the object data here, add modifier, subdivision surface. We're going to change the subdivisions to 3, and render to 3, apply. Now if you notice, your mug actually looks like a good mug. It's got the curves, it's quite smooth, and it's almost complete. Well, all you need to do now is go to front view, and we're going to put, firstly what we're going to do is make an origin point here, and we're going to add the surface, so what the mug is sitting on. We're going to go to object mode, add mesh plane, scale it 5 times. What we're going to do is scroll out, origin point next to the camera here. Once again, add another mesh, add mesh plane, S to scale 5 and scale it 5 times, and also R to rotate 45 degrees. That's it. What we can do now is look at the camera view. If we go to camera view, okay, this is what it's going to look like from the actual camera view. So if we scroll in and out, okay, what we're going to do is push the N for property menu. We're going to lock the camera, and if we now scroll in and out, it will rotate that camera accordingly. Okay, so what we can do now is, in my next video, I'm going to show you how to actually put the color in and change the colors, etc. on the actual glass to make it look 3D. So we've done the majority part of the mug, which is actually creating the mug and putting it on a surface. What we're going to do is select the properties in the next video.